Hello everyone, welcome to Toti Talk. Within this podcast series, we're going to talk about agriculture and mechanization. Today, we're going to have a chat with a very special guest. I'm glad to introduce Mr. Roland Schmidt, the Vice President of Marketing at a very well-known tractor manufacturer. And I'm talking about FENDT. Hello Roland, how are you doing today?
I'm fine, Fabio. How are you doing today?
Pretty fine, thank you. But before we dive into our discussion, let's get to know you a little bit better. So could you give us a brief introduction about yourself, your professional background, and the main tasks that you handle at FENDT?
I grown up at a farm, and I'm still a farmer. I'm on my farm every week, and beside my job here at FENDT, I try to drive tractors or combines or other implements whenever possible, let's say, just to stay in close relation to farming application. And on top of this, I try to stay as intense as possible in direct contact with other farmers, because, let's say, this keeps not only my private life, but also my life here at FENDT very attractive. Here at FENDT, I'm at all responsible for marketing, all the classical functions, which means product marketing, sales engineering, also all kind of communication for the FENDT line. And as you can imagine, this is still a quite attractive job. And by the way, I'm close to work for FENDT for 25 years.
Okay, Roland, now let's shift gear and talk about the remarkable position of FENDT in the world of agricultural innovation. So, Roland, we're curious to know, when it comes to autonomous and robot tractors, what is your take on the future? I mean, how do you see the development of these kind of tractors?
Yeah, this is an interesting question. This trend is clearly driven by the lack of availability of skilled operators around the globe. This is not just something, let's say, we need to consider here for Europe. It is definitely also a trend in North America, South America, and for sure also in Australia. Autonomy and robotics is something that will definitely not come overnight in the large volume tractor segment. This new technology will start to grow from niches and specialized applications. The first step for standard tractors is to push autonomy functions further by introducing a fiscal system for steering systems, headland management systems, section control, variable rate control, etc., to achieve high-quality work results with reducing labor hours per hectare. This is very essential in the first step. Many more steps are needed, such as machine detection or peak detection, before we reach the final solution, which is fully autonomous machines without any operator in the field.
And what does it mean more specifically?
Yeah, we at FENDT, we are working in several directions. Our R&D department continues to test a small robot, Saver, which we already presented as a kind of project study a few years ago. In the area of fleet management, based on our Guide Connect, or also known as Leader Follower concept, is progressing well. The ultimate goal for FENDT is definitely a full autonomous tractor that also works with complex implements. The acquisition of JCA Industry by ECO earlier this year is definitely helping us to accelerate this path.
And maybe you can give us also some anticipation. I mean, will farmers have the opportunity to see something, for instance, in Hanover?
Yeah, Hanover, you mean Agritechnica this year? For sure, there will be a dedicated display we call FENDT Future Zone, and in this separate area we will show concepts which we will offer to farmers in about 5 to 8 years. So nothing you will find in our price list later this year, but I think it's important to set a kind of north star that farmers start better understanding our direction.
Let's now explore alternative engines. We all know that no one size fits all. In other words, the market needs a variety of technologies to meet its diverse requirements. FENDT, as we all know, has already introduced electric tractors. But we're wondering, does FENDT also have plans to step into other alternative solutions such as hybrid or hydrogen tractors?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Reducing CO2 emissions is one of, if not the biggest challenge for our industry for the upcoming years. FENDT is working on various solutions to replace the fossil fuel by clean energy technology. The first battery electric tractor from FENDT, the E100 Vario, will be produced in Magdeburg from end of next year already. The challenge with BEV is the size and the weight of the battery, as everybody knows, and its installation in a standard tractor. You cannot scale this technology endless into the high horsepower segment. The weight of the batteries would be simply far too heavy for a reasonable operating time. But I can tell you, for the E100 Vario, this is a very attractive solution for the sub 100 horsepower segment.
Okay, and what will be your strategy for the other horsepower segments?
So also in the other horsepower segments, we are investigating different solutions. So for the medium-sized tractor, FENDT has presented the Helios R&D project, a hydrogen-powered tractor with a fuel cell under the bonnet. In this H2 Agrar research project in Northwest Germany, we have been gathering experience under real agricultural conditions this year. The basis of this project, for instance, is a 700 Gen 6 tractor. But what you also need to consider is for the high horsepower tractor, so above 300 horsepower, there is currently no real alternative to diesel in terms of energy density. To achieve high performance in long operating hours, EcoPower, so our own engine company, has developed a brand new core engine family. This is the first EcoPower engine designed for alternative synthetic fuels such as HVO and also XTL. These fuels can be produced in a CO2 neutral way using renewable energies such as photovoltaics or also wind energy. The energy is already installed, or the engine is already installed in the brand new 700 Gen 7 series, for instance.
Okay, Roland, and in your opinion, what is needed to push the transformation from diesel to clean energy?
Much more than just, let's say, providing the technology itself. In order to really push the transformation from diesel engines to CO2 neutral alternatives, I think two important questions need to be answered. In addition, first, the availability and the cost of alternative energy sources is very important, let's say, to also keep total cost of ownership under control. And the second point is farmers need a kind of start-up funding for the new and expensive technology. If these both questions can be answered positively, I am pretty sure farmers would quickly adjust their investment behavior.
Thank you, Roland, for this wide and very interesting overview from your perspective. We are now at the end of this episode, so thank you very much indeed to Mr. Roland Schmidt, Vice President of Marketing at FENDT. TOTI Talk is the podcast powered by Tractor of the Year, the International Award for Agricultural Tractors. Follow us on our social media, and for more information about us, visit tractoroftheyear.org.